There was a lady that smelled like piss that was like not harassing anybody, but she was just walking around. You could smell her from like 100 feet away. Out of nowhere, the military came out of the wall. A seam opened up in the wall and it folded back, and there was a secret rooms back there. It was like a whole ecosystem. And National Guard dudes, fully armed, came out and they said, "Lady, you gotta go." And they took her in the wall. Dude. I think they took her to like a delousing containment center.
Yeah.
They probably threw her in the furnace.
She's in Yemen right now, dude, fighting for her life, dude. That's
reported
crazy.
and deported.
Folks,
glad to see you.
Welcome back, dude.
Glad to see you. Glad to see you.
Glad
guys.
to see you guys. Fuck, we gotta stop taking a week off.
Yeah, but it was a hard week.
Inclement weather.
Inclement weather.
Most
Some of y'all are
guys,
experiencing it.
Yeah, you guys live somewhere.
Yeah, a lot of the country was hit with some form of inclement weather. We're right in the thick of it.
A giant band of snow.
Yeah.
Abominable.
A big belt of it,
A
dude.
big belt.
We got a little bit of blizzard, if
Yeah.
you will. Dude.
Big
Blizzard
Blizz, dude.
Mama, I'm coming.
Yeah, we had a blizzard of Oz out there.
But
dude.
it sucked. It still sucks. It's like single-degree temperatures outside.
Yeah, it's
Foot
not
of snow on
fun.
the ground. Hate it.
Hate it.
Hate our lives. We didn't get to see each other last week. We didn't get an episode
And I think
out.
that really did my mental the wrong way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, mine as well.
Finger fucked my mental. You know?
We did release, some of y'all might have seen on our YouTube channel, we released the sets we had at our live show.
Yes.
A couple of videos.
Which is nice to pull it up on the TV and watch it. That's pretty neat. That was cool.
I got to watch mine back, and I was like, okay, yeah.
Yeah, like that.
Pretty decent.
Yeah.
I was happy with it.
Yeah.
But I crushed. We both crushed.
Yeah, we crushed, man. It's fucking ruled, dude. Yeah, that's what they're saying. I don't know. It's huge. Huge.
But, gigantic. I can't do the Trump voice.
I can do a little.
I understand how he is.
It's all about the hands, the face, okay, cadence.
You're like, I'd say probably 60 to 70% there.
Yeah,
actually.
yeah.
Pretty decent.
If I was orange, it would look a lot better.
If you had just a little bit of a little extra work on the voice, I think you might.
Yeah, I don't do it enough because,
good.
like, when I first started doing the Trump, I had it down pretty good, and then that was about the time I got into doing comedy, and everybody was doing it. Yeah, and I was like, oh, well, I don't ever want to do that.
It's not a needed
I don't want to. But it is fun in conversation.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
It's actually, you used to be an impressions guy way before comedy.
Yeah. I need to get back into that.
Might be something you bring back, dude.
I need to do some
You had a
impressions.
good Bobby Hill.
Yes.
You had a good Dale.
Yep. Dale was fun.
The whole, actually, King of the Hill.
Yeah.
Was crazy, dude.
Yes.
How?
Yeah, I had a lot of good impressions. I tell people the best impression that I ever had was Leo in Django, but I can't do it.
Yeah, you should stop telling people that.
No, because I'm not talking about the racial slur aspect of it. I could do like the scene when he smashes his hand and he's bleeding. He's like, "What's it gonna be, Doc? Huh?"
There's a lot of racial
like
slurs
like
in
he
that
would
scene.
do like the
There's a lot of racial slurs.
That doesn't mean I use them.
No, but I understand why you don't do it anymore.
No, yeah.
You know what I mean? That's a hard one because that's 90% of a character. Like
yeah. He that's a shitty character. But I want to do Leo more in other roles because I think I can do Leo in like a lot of other shit, if that makes sense. Like, but that was the move, like when he yells and shit. Like I think I can capture that.
Yeah. I've never been an impressions guy. I've got voices. I can do voices of people that don't exist, but not really impressions. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Never could. The only impression I ever did well was that dude Eric from our Podbean Lives.
Oh, Eric.
From Macon, Georgia.
Down there in Georgia.
If you remember
nylon jacket.
Film on Lifetime with an actress by the name of Angela Bassett, which I rather enjoyed.
Yeah.
And that's
I hope he's doing all right, man. I'd say he's probably not, but
no, he's jacked himself into a heart attack. He's in that nylon jacket.
Yeah, the problem with impressions is I think that I would do them, but I don't I enjoy doing them, but I always feel self-conscious about them. Like, I guess like trying a new joke out, or like I always want it to, when I do it, I want it to hit, and I want everybody to like it, and I don't want to practice it. I don't want to work on it. I just want to be able to do it.
How's your accent game?
What do you mean by
kind
that?
of accents?
No, because I hate accents.
I can do some accents, but I got no use for them.
Like I don't
You know what I
like.
mean?
I was talking about it not long ago. I don't like the British accent. Not that
you don't
I
like people doing it, or you just don't like the sound
no.
of
I don't like
British
people doing
talking?
it. Like if I was talking to somebody and they were like, "Hello, governor," like that's fine. That's how you talk. I'm not mad about that. But when I'm talking to somebody that's from fucking BFE fucking Texas, yeah, and they're like,
how are you doing?
and tea and crumpets, and
Well,
they're trying
a
to do it.
bad
I
one-
hate that. I
a
hate
really
a
bad
fucking
one is ass, dude.
yeah.
I've had full conversations with people who were faking accents. Well, just one that I'm thinking in my brain right now. Well, I was talking to this dude at a bar for like an hour one night off and on, like we had smoked weed together and shit, and he was doing like an English accent and then just like dropped it and was doing like something else, and I was like, which one's your real accent? And then he was just American, and he was just
see,
like
and
a
that's
character.
that
But
would
he was
fucking
doing it
set
so
me
well
over the
that it
edge.
didn't
Yeah,
get me. It's the bad ones that get me.
yeah. I
And
don't like when people
obviously,
do that.
There's only certain ones that are really appropriate these days. you
No,
know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
All of my accents are white accents, I'll say that.
Right.
There's like 10 British accents, you know what I mean?
I don't mind if somebody can do a good Scots accent. I don't
like
get
a
mad about it.
Scottish.
I love a
I
Scottish. I love the Scottish
sound
accent in
of
general.
a Scottish
Yeah.
or Irish accent.
Yeah.
I like English well enough, but only in the context of comedy.
Scottish sounds like you got more spit in your mouth than
I
Irish
think
does.
if English people are being funny, then English sounds really good. It's
Yeah.
a good accent for like the Mighty Boosh is hilarious,
Yeah.
like Monty Python type shit. The accent's good in those sorts of
Right.
situations.
Yeah, when I hear an Irish person talk, they're just like, "Aye, lassie," and then you
Yeah.
hear a Scottish person like, "Aye, lassie," like they fucking,
Yeah,
they really,
got some
they got
syrup
that,
in
you know,
there.
yeah, they really got that fucking.
I love.
They got that Scottish dog in them,
seeing a
dude.
Scottish person like
What's a
write
Scottish
online.
What's
A
that?
Scottish Terrier.
Now then they have one that was like a
A
fucking,
Scotty.
Is it a
Yeah,
Scotty?
a Scottish Terrier.
A Scotty.
Yeah.
They got that Scotty in them. You know what
Yeah,
I mean? They're
it's
just like,
a Scottish Terrier. I think
"What
that's
you mean?"
Is there a Scottish Bulldog as well?
I
I know
don't
there's
know.
an Irish Bulldog.
There's somebody in Scotland that's gonna hear this and be mad.
Oh,
So
yeah,
they
yeah,
don't
we gotta
sound
go there,
like
but
that.
of course we got a Bulldog. I can't do it right now.
I would
but
love to. I'd love to
I
live in
love it.
Scotland.
Scotland accents are nice. I like when they write online, like on Scottish Twitter, and they write phonetically the way they talk.
Yeah,
And it's like, oh, you boon, a fucking course I got a hold of it. And I'm like, what is it? What
it's
are they
like
fucking saying?
when Lydia talks, I just do it all lowercase and no spaces. And I said, and that's if you read that, that's how you sound.
That is kind of how she
You know,
talks.
somebody done shit in the bathroom,
Yeah.
dropped a big dump, and you just say that lowercase, no spaces. That's
That
how
sounds
she-
about
yeah,
right. Yeah. That's a good way to write out her accent.
Yeah.
I'm not going to name names, but I
will with her because you know
I
we've
once
done it before.
um,
Oh,
That's
shout
hilarious.
out to Honeymoon Skateboards, the official sponsor of This Place Sucks.
yeah, crazy that happened because this person, David knows this person as well. David, the owner of Honeymoon Skateboards, official sponsor of This Place Sucks. He knows this person, but we both knew a deaf person. Who
Oh yeah,
wrote
I knew them too.
the way she talked.
Yeah.
Like she wrote with the deaf accent of, you know how they like slur R's and L's and stuff like
Yeah,
that because they
man.
can't hear their own voice. I'm not making fun of anybody, but she wrote that way, and it blew my mind because I'm like,
How does
she graduated
know?
high school.
How does she know?
Well, yes, good point.
How does she know?
But also, she went through all 12 grades of school.
yeah.
She should know how to write as, you know, properly.
Right.
Is she actively choosing to write the way, like she would write like a W where a fucking, you know, L should be. You know what I mean? Like she would write hello like HE.
I know what you fucking mean, dude. That's crazy that she would do that. Why did she do that, you think? Well,
I don't
maybe
know.
because of the rhythm and the vibration when she speaks. That's in her mind how
That's exactly
how
what I
yeah,
think it
yeah,
is.
that's
But
how she
is
would
that
know.
A choice?
That's to answer my question, I
Is
guess.
that a choice? Because I feel like she also
know.
knows it's not proper. I know.
Let's call James Song and ask him.
I know a lot of. Well, he's not deaf. He's blind. Let's right here. Come on,
folks.
disabilities, brother. That's
I
Helen Keller, dude.
miss James. You talked to James?
I haven't
already?
talked to him recently.
I'm gonna text him right
call.
now, dude. I'm gonna say, "Hey,
He'll
James."
probably just call you because he's blind.
Yeah, I'm not
So
gonna.
won't you
I'm
wait
not
till
gonna.
after the
Yeah,
pod and
we'll
we'll give him a call. We'll FaceTime him so he can see us. Anyway,
I love James. Shout out James
shout out
Song.
James Song,
He didn't
man.
come to the last live show. I was disappointed. He
No,
was probably
I
booked.
think he's probably out of town.
He's
dude,
probably
wrestling.
booked, dude. He's been all over the place, dude. If you
He
don't
has.
follow James Song, follow him because he's a blind MMA
Follow him
fighter,
home. Make sure he
and
gets there safe,
yeah,
dude.
and he's a comedian. He's one of our good friends. Love you, James.
Yeah, James Song's a
Quit
hell of a
glazing
dude.
over James Song, dude.
Anyway, dude, yeah, Honeymoon Skateboards, man, excellent brand,
Yeah.
really high quality.
That's good
decks.
wood, dude. If you
Great
skated
wood.
companies like Plan B and Flip when you were a kid, it's the same company that manufactures these bad boys.
They're top of the line.
Top of the line.
And you're gonna enjoy it. And there's a sweet new graphic coming out here in about a month.
And you're gonna love it.
It's gonna
dude.
knock your dicks in the dirt.
We
dude.
shared it a few times on the Instagram page, featuring yours truly. It's a beautiful piece of art, man. Shout out to Cody Kinman for putting it together, and of course, shout out David for having us on one of his boards. We're very stoked about that.
Got a pro model.
Didn't
finally.
even have to
Didn't even
fucking do
go
it,
pro,
dude. Come on,
I
now.
never even had to learn to laser flip.
Yeah,
brother.
dude. And that's the one trick I did that I thought I'm really gonna make it somewhere because I
Yeah.
know how to laser flip.
Dude, I see so many kids on Instagram who can do like every ground trick and aren't sponsored.
Yeah, it's got to be insanely hard now.
Yeah,
to
I think you have
fucking-
to be able to do all those tricks down
Yeah.
giant stairs
Yeah.
to get sponsored
Yeah,
these days.
you got to fucking do El Toro.
Yeah.
You got to be like Jaws and just jump off a really big
Yeah.
shit. You
Yeah.
know, Danny Way's the reason that shit's like that
Yeah.
now. As soon as he jumped the Great Wall of China,
Chris Johnson
everything went
trick
out of the
flipped El
window.
Toro,
Yeah.
man. I mean,
got SOTY over that shit.
and that's the shit I'm talking about. You got to be
Yeah.
able to do those crazy flip tricks and do them down a big.
yeah.
Because I get it. I get like, yeah, you're doing it safely on ground. You got to add a little risk to it. Then you see a dude like Andy Anderson who wears his helmet, can do all those ground tricks, can
Right.
skate a big ass ramp, can do street,
Yeah.
and he's like pro but barely accepted by a lot of, you know what I mean? And I think he'll probably be looked at as like a second Rodney Mullen eventually.
When's
know what I
Chris
mean?
Jocelyn gonna when's he gonna tray flip the big stair that Ali Boulala tried and died on?
I think he needs to flip the Rocky stairs.
Because
dude.
fucking Jaws jumped it. He
Yeah.
broke his leg, come back
Yeah.
like 6 months later and did it. That kid's not gonna be able to walk when he's older.
No, his hips are gone.
He's got
already, I
he's got
bet,
no
dude.
cartilage left in his knees. I mean, he's fucking he
Yeah.
rules, dude. Shout out to Jaws.
And that's why I don't sweat people who don't want to do big ass
Nah,
tricks like
man,
that and
it's
shit.
not
Like if you
fun,
can do all
dude.
that fun shit on flat ground, if you can get really good without
If I
wrecking your
can
hips,
run and jump over something just on my feet and
Then,
it
yeah.
hurts, then I know I
Fucking-
don't want to do it on a skateboard.
yeah, because you know you're gonna whiff it the first
Yeah,
time.
of course.
So you're
dude.
gonna jump over it and land on your ass.
Yeah.
So no, not doing it.
I watched. I've been watching a lot of. Well, I watched the shit on Dustin Dolan. You know, I got on like a Dustin kick there for a minute
I've been
because he was
seeing him
over.
all
Yeah,
over.
he's
a lot of
all
people
over
are
the place.
making like Dustin edits on
Yeah,
Instagram.
he's the last of the piss drunks. He's still the only one that is not sober. He's still drinking and
Yeah.
living his best life. He looks like he's aged 20 years in the last 20 years. It's crazy. It's crazy.
fair point. Fair point.
But yeah, dude, it's just wild how when I was a kid and I seen those guys, they are a prime example that fame does not mean fortune.
Yeah,
And it took me a long time to realize that. And as an adult now, it makes more sense than it did when I was a kid. But like as a teenager, when I watched Baker 3 and Flip and Sorry and all that shit, I just assumed since these guys were famous to me, they clearly they
well, they
had
were
money.
kind of lightweight rich for a
Yeah.
while, but none of them had good deals.
No,
with their
and none of them had
management.
any kind of long-term investment
and,
and
none
shit.
of,
you
and they
know.
were all blowing money. But to
Mhm.
me, that seemed like it. I was like, man, you make it as a pro skateboarder, or you make it as a band, you're good for life. But in
Yeah.
reality, like so many of these people
Yeah.
piss it all away.
Yeah.
That's why whatever.
If you're
we make in
lucky
comedy,
and you were
we
cool,
gotta stick it back.
somebody will donate to your GoFundMe one day.
Yeah.
But if you were not, it's over, dude. You're gonna die covered in piss, alone in a ditch somewhere.
They need to get. I think skateboarding needs to get into conventions. So a lot of these older dudes that can't skate anymore can show up and sign autographs.
Dude, that is a G.
You
I
know
don't know
what I
why
mean?
that hasn't been done yet.
And you could also make it like a / industry expo. So like you could have booths where all the companies are showing their new boards and trucks.
You could have
and
a
all that
demo.
shit.
You could have a demo,
Demos.
yeah.
And then also have all the pros that can't do it anymore out there being able to make some money. Because look at, there's a ton of like B and C list actors who haven't been in shit since the 80s and early 90s that make a fine living.
Oh, yeah. They'll
doing
go and sign
conventions.
8x10s all day,
There's
30,
a
40
bunch of
bucks a pop, and pay their rent. You
Old
know?
athletes
Yeah.
who still make a good living doing events. And
Bam's
signing
cashed in on it.
autographs.
He does conventions all the time now.
Yeah.
I'd
But
love
he
to fucking
shows
meet
up
him,
at, like,
man.
horror and celebrity
Yeah,
cons.
he does everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'd love to fucking meet that kid. We should have went that one day when he was in
Yeah.
Indy. That
But I
would have been
think-
awesome.
Skateboarding's kind of hit a stride where I think something like that would make
Yeah.
sense now. There's enough people still around that are the age of the legends that would want to go meet them.
Right.
There's enough hype in the industry and so many different brands that the expo side of it would be huge and cool. You know what I mean? I think that would be sick. Somebody needs to get on
Maybe
that.
we should do that.
Maybe we should
Maybe we should just
organize
put that on. Yeah.
a convention. Get all the old heads down. Get Tony, Rodney, get fucking Lance Mountain.
Let's
get fucking,
start out small, dude. Let's get like Bastian Salabanzi and Tom Penny and guys that are not fucking global superstars.
Fair enough, dude.
It'd probably be a little easier to get fucking
What's the one that just got out of
Alex
prison?
Chalmers. Who was that? Terry Kennedy?
Terry.
We get
Terry,
TK down,
yeah.
dude. Baker 3.
I mean, I'd pay $20 to get in a convention and meet like
Oh,
some of
yeah.
those dudes,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, absolutely, dude.
That'd be sick.
We need to do that wrestling convention that's coming up, man.
Where's it at?
Indy.
I'm down. I told you I'd be down to go to the next one, man.
Yeah, Gangrel's going to be there. Brody King's going to be there. There's a lot of big names. That'd be a good one. That'd be a good one to go to, man. It'd be fun.
Just for Gangrel and Brody King.
Yeah,
That's
hell yeah. I met
sick
Brody a
enough,
couple
dude.
years ago, and he was the coolest guy there. He was the
Yeah,
nice and
that would be
awesome.
dope, man.
Crazy how times have changed, though, because at the time he didn't have anybody in line to meet him, and I feel like this time it would be a lot
Packed
bigger.
out,
Yeah,
yeah.
but worth it, dude. He rules, man.
It's cool to get to meet them before they pop off as well, you know what
Yeah.
I mean? That's always a pleasure and a priv, dude.
I remember watching. He was in a group called Villain Enterprises with a canceled wrestler and an old guy that used to be on WWF back in the day. And that was the first time I'd seen him. And I mean, he looked pretty similar to now. Like that's always kind of been his thing. But
Aging all right.
I would have never thought that he would have. I liked him, but I was like, I never thought he would have blew up like he did. So it is cool, man. Didn't know he had a band and shit. Didn't know any of that till I watched Hate 56 did that
Oh, yeah.
doc on
Yeah.
him, and that was cool. And I was like, yeah,
I
I'm
watched
in,
that
dude.
just here a couple months ago.
Yeah, he's
seen it
alright,
before.
man.
Watched. I think I've seen every video on 856.
Yeah, it's fun, dude.
Even bands I'd never heard of.
I'll turn on at night and just let it run on the thing. Like I'll set
Yeah.
like a sleep timer for like 3 hours, and then I'll just let them play while I sleep, man.
Jake knows a dude who either films or does the audio for Hate 56. One or the other.
Anybody checked on him, man?
I hit him up like
Because of the
last
snow,
Monday.
you know?
Oh yeah.
Because I'm sure New York got fucking hammered.
Yeah. It's been
I had
up
to
there
guess.
too. I saw.
If I had to guess. I
I've
don't
seen
know.
people TikToking about it. Yeah, I hit him up I think last Monday, and I texted him and got in the shower, and he called me while I was in the shower, and then I got out and I called him back, and he was going into Skanks. So
You imagine being stranded at Penn Station in a snowstorm, dude?
no.
No taxis, no
that would
Ubers,
suck.
and you're just in there with fucking Candyman and Lunchable and
Luckily, you can
fucking.
take a fucking train just about anywhere, but
Yeah.
then you gotta walk any of the blocks. You gotta walk in that.
Yeah.
suck. I'm sure though they probably get snow more than we do. They're probably a little bit better built for it. It took us till
Probably.
Tuesday for the roads to be cleared.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Probably.
No
That
way they're letting
is a scary thought, though.
Oh yeah.
Stranded at Penn Station, there's a foot of snow outside.
Snowed in anywhere there would
Yeah,
suck, but
yeah,
Penn
dude.
Station,
Penn
brother.
Station, bro.
Either
Oh,
one of them.
man.
Yeah, the one in New York or the one in Jersey, but especially the one in Jersey.
Oh God,
that
dude.
one is rough.
That
dude.
would be crazy, bro.
The one in I know we told this story, but it still blows my mind. The one in New York, Penn Station, under Madison Square Garden, there was a lady that smelled like piss. That was like not harassing anybody, but she was just walking around. You could smell her from 100 feet away. Out of nowhere, the military came out of the wall. A fucking seam opened up the wall and it folded back, and there was a secret fucking rooms back there. It was like a whole ecosystem. And National Guard dudes, fully armed, came out and they said, "Lady, you gotta go." And they took her in the wall. Dude. I think they took her to like a delousing containment center.
Yeah.
They probably threw her in the furnace.
She's in Yemen right now,
Yeah.
dude, fighting for her life,
man.
dude. That's
Reported
crazy.
and deported.
That's crazy. Yeah, we come back from walking to Times Square, and he was like, "You guys are never gonna fucking believe this."
I said,
And
see
I
that
was
wall
like-
over there? You see that fucking hairline seam?
that opens up, and
There's
the
a
fucking
world.
army's back there.
Well, that
And I was
one,
like, "That's fun."
I don't remember where we were coming from. I think it's when we took the train back from Central Park to wherever we were going. We stopped in that big underground exchange station. And we
Yeah.
were like, dude, we were like 100 feet underground. It was fucking, there's a whole city under there. Of course the military's down there.
Yeah, of
dude.
course, dude. Of
There's
course.
a whole nother city.
They're looking for oil, dude.
Everybody's always like, New York's solid. You don't have to worry about it because it's built on the bedrock. But also, it's not really built on the bedrock. It's built on stilts on the bedrock because there's a whole underground down there that's as tall as the fucking skyscrapers.
Yeah.
Makes me think of Futurama with old New York
Mhm.
under,
Yeah.
you know what
Current
I mean?
New York, yeah.
New New York.
Kaiju's gonna take that place out one day, man.
Yeah, that's going to be one of the zones, man. That's at risk.
It's
That's
where-
a high-risk kaiju area.
And if you believe in Leviathan, go ahead and drop a
God,
comment
man.
down there, dude. So I was just snowed in, and I was like, I don't know, dude. I was just fucking scrolling reels, man. I stumbled. Well, I've been on the Frogman kick. We love the Frogman.
Yeah, man.
Got a Frogman
Loveland
convention
Frogman.
coming up in Loveland next
Huh.
month. Yeah, gonna
Oh,
go.
They're Mothman.
Yeah, gonna go.
You're gonna
oh
go.
yeah.
Huh.
We love the Frogman.
Who's we?
Me.
You
Yeah.
yourself.
Nobody else does. Me.
You and other Frogman enthusiasts.
Yeah,
I'll go,
Lydia sent me
dude,
the fucking
sure.
the thing, and she was like, "Oh, they got a Frogman convention." I said, "Oh, that'd be neat." Anyways,
I'd love to report on it.
so I was on the Frogman shit, and my algorithm got a little wild because I was watching a lot of cryptids, a lot of shit like
Frogman
that.
shit. Yeah, that Frogman shit.
And
gets
Frogman,
your algo
yeah,
in
it
the
gets your
dark.
algo going. So I stumbled across, which a lot of it linked me to TikTok,
Yeah.
but apparently there's a whole subsection of TikTok where people are talking about Leviathan from the
Yeah.
Bible,
Yeah.
and apparently the land on the map makes out a snake head.
Oh, okay. Well, there you have it.
And that's where they get this whole theory from. They're like, oh, look at this. It looks like a snake in the ocean, this giant dragon head. And they're like, well, that must be Leviathan from
They
the
really just be
Bible.
pasting shit together, man.
They really got crazy during Venezuela and all that. And in the and then, of course,
That's
this
why we're really there.
this storm moving in. Of course, they're trying to freeze Leviathan
Yeah,
to
you
make
need
sure
to.
he doesn't
Yeah.
arise yet, because it's not time.
Yeah, of course. Well, that's what. Of course, we went into Iraq because they untombed the giant.
Yeah,
We had to put 'em
We had
back
to
in the
we had to put
box.
them back in the box.
We went into Vietnam because they let out the jungle spirits. They let out.
Somebody fucking took the picture of the head though, and they flipped it. Right, they flipped it. So like
that always makes it
so
satanic.
no, but instead of it like facing this way, now it's like facing this way. Now it looks more like a dick. They were like, "Look, guys, it's moved."
Damn, the Leviathan.
Now, if you look at it, it's facing this way and not the other
didn't
way.
freeze it.
So they didn't freeze it, dude. So any day now, a giant
Damn.
dragon is going to come up from the ocean. And,
Anytime I'm on like a cryptid TikTok, you know how it has the suggested search at the bottom of TikToks?
Yes.
It always says NASA warns evacuate now. Like, evacuate to where? NASA warns evacuate where? The Earth?
Where? Yeah, where
we
we're gonna
supposed to go?
Yeah. Where are we evacuating to, dude? I just think that like if you put in, of course, this is obviously topics we've covered before, but I just think that if the world is going to end, if something crazy is going to happen, if you imagine like the asteroids and then like the mantle and the crust of the earthquakes, everything starts going to shit, and then like Cthulhu.
Don't get me started on the mantle.
Dude, Cthulhu comes out, bro, and then Leviathan.
Yeah.
Like, imagine just all the things that we've ever thought.
You got Pacific Rim ass kaijus.
And then
build a seawall.
I mean, we're not even talking about the creatures on the other side of the ice wall either, dude. I mean, there's a whole world out there that we're not allowed to go see because
the first ring outside of our ring is where the Atlanteans live, and they're going to protect us from the ice giants, dude. Don't you worry about that. No, my favorite conspiracy right now is, and the reason I like it is because I'm old school. I like all the old declassified CIA shit that was like, the shit that they didn't want to declassify. I never trust new shit that they just randomly drop because it's like, why would they tell on themselves? Clearly, this is misinformation. But back in the day when people would like smuggle documents out and then get murdered for it, you got some good shit. And there was this thing they did. You remember MK Ultra, obviously, and all the mind control experiments. Part of what they were doing there. You remember when we were live streaming and everybody was talking about the gateway process?
Yeah.
When that shit had come to light. So they did that shit in like the 70s and 80s. And they were trying this whole psychic shit of looking into the future so that they could like manipulate the markets and do all this crazy shit. It was called Project Looking Glass. Okay? And this is kind of a hopeful conspiracy theory.
It's what that Stone Sour song's about.
It might be. Well, the shit's named after Alice in Wonderland, so they might have been
follow the
about
White
that.
Rabbit, dude.
But obviously all involved. So what they're trying to do is look into the future so that they can manipulate everything. But what they keep finding is there's like a point around where we are now, somewhere in the early 21st century, where the people kind of wake up and revolt against the powers. And they've run all these simulations with psychics of what they can do to keep power, right? And and no matter what they do, it seems like the people wake up. There's like a great awakening, and the people revolt. All right, so that's the Project Looking Glass conspiracy, and all the shit you're seeing now is like the gasping at straws, dying breath of like the fucking old world fascist empire trying to regain control before the people take it back. And I like that conspiracy, man.
That's
fun one. That's what I hope for.
I have a little conspiracy myself, dude. That I conjured up.
One?
Yeah.
A fresh
I got a fresh one, dude. I think they are trying to eradicate atheists because when they initiate Project Bluebeam, they want everybody to believe in something.
Yeah. It's
so they can use it. Yes. And it either be multiple different gods depending on what continent you're on or aliens, whatever. But they want to get rid of people that don't want, or not even necessarily get rid of them, but they want everybody to believe in something.
Yeah.
So if they believe in just something enough that if they do that, they can use them to.
I kind of agree.
Now, obviously,
with
I didn't cook that up. That I'm sure somebody else thought of that too. But that's just my personal thought.
I agree with that, and I think that the phones are part of it.
Yeah,
I think trapping everybody in these like feedback loops on their personalized algorithms, where you just like reinforce the beliefs that
they were smart, dude. They're smart. They know what they're doing. Clearly,
you know what I mean. That's a part of it, and then the further this Neuralink shit and the chips they want to put in you, that's not like satanic. That's so that they want to legitimately be able to like control the illusion. Like, think about it. If you have the chip in your brain and they do the hologram, then that's going to definitely work because they'll be able to fucking make it look double real.
Yeah.
And honestly, if everybody gets the chip in the brain, they don't even need the hologram. They can just make your brain think that it's seeing something.
Yeah.
So legitimately, no Satan, no magic, none of that shit needed. The chip in the brain is always going to be evil. Don't put a chip in your brain. Unless you're like paralyzed and it's one of those ones that makes you walk again, fine. But don't put Bluetooth in it. Don't link it to your phone.
I want Bluetooth in my brain to link up to my phone so I can fucking. That's crazy to me.
He's not talking about saving people who can't. He's talking about like, the worst part of the phone. The only thing that really slows it down is the interface. You have to type with your thumbs. Imagine if you could just think and tweet. As soon as you have a thought, it tweets. I'm like, what are you fucking talking about?
Yeah.
This isn't a real problem that needs solving. If your thoughts immediately become tweets, you're going to jail. You know what I mean? That's crazy.
Yeah, that's wild, dude.
Don't put the chip in the brain. I think that's part of like a control platform, not any kind of like satanic mark of the beast type of shit.
Right.
If you think about what they say with the mark of the beast, like, oh, you have to have this thing to do commerce.
Yeah.
That sounds a lot more like some sort of like a credit card they're going to force you to have. Like if they try to do this transit to Bitcoin, which I think is part of the global fascist scam.
Yeah.
Once they can make all money electronic, completely do away with any semblance of
the
like
new world
it
order.
Might be backed up by something real, then they can manipulate that
Yeah.
in any fucking way they want. They can. It's so much easier to freeze assets and yada yada yada.
Yeah.
The value changes.
I don't want those guys that have turned, 24 hours into 6 hours. I don't want them running the world.
No, dude. The guys that go on podcasts and they're like,
get on that,
I
dude.
found a way to actually manipulate time. Okay, so I wake up at 6 a.m. 6 a.m. to 8 a.m., that's one day. That's one day for me. 8 a.m. to noon, that's my second day. Now I'm already, do that over 3 days.
I'm going to kick your butt. I'm going to kick your butt.
It's not even close.
God damn, I watch that video every time just because it's so funny to me.
You see this buff Israeli dude that just lies all the time?
Yeah.
He's like King something.
Yeah.
But he's like, when I was 13, I was contracted by the CIA to become a killer.
Yeah.
I had to kill over 100 people. When I was 14, I worked at a Chinese restaurant, and the owner, his name was Master Shin Fu. He took a liking to me. He actually fell in love with me and taught me Kung Fu. He just like goes on podcasts and lies. He's one of these like rich influencer dudes. I love it.
Yeah, I like watching because it's funny.
It's not even a hate watch. To me, it's just like reality TV. These dudes are like obvious caricatures.
It's like those dudes versus the Tourette's girl.
Oh, yeah, man. Which Tourette's girl?
The one with the chickens.
There's a couple. Oh, didn't she get like lambasted for something recently?
I'm sure.
Is she faking Tourette's or something?
Probably. Everybody gets lambasted at some point in time.
Well,
Andy Warhol was right. Everybody gets 15 minutes of fame.
Yeah.
He said in the
future, 15 minutes.
Everybody's going to get 15 minutes of fame, and here we are. And they always say, too, in the acting world, everybody makes it.
He also said
everybody gets a big break.
Artists.
Well, I mean, look at him, dude. This frail, nimble, 85-pound fucking weirdo that painted a Campbell's soup can telling women that they couldn't be artists.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Andy Warhol. You would have loved AI, you fucking piece of shit.
Now, have you seen the shit in the Epstein files?
Andy Warhol was on the list?
No.
Damn.
Sideways. But there's some shit that apparently linking Epstein to the John Bonet case, where he had reached out to somebody at some point saying, I love this little beauty queen. Can you get me in contact with the family? And it was like 6 months before the death.
Yeah.
And then some other shit came out recently where like the brother might have been involved and the father. Like a bunch of weird shit, apparently. Have you seen all this?
Yes, and that's going to lead into what I'm going to tell you. While I was reading the shit about John Bonet and Epstein, you can do your own research on this because I can't remember names. So if you're listening right now, if you just take what I'm about to tell you and put it in your Google, it will tell you way more than I could ever tell you because I can't remember a lot of shit. I'm back on that. I'm back on that shit again, dude. My memory ain't what it used to be.
I'm off at Gonda.
So there is a lawyer in Florida, okay? And this lawyer in Florida has a daughter who's an actress, okay? Now, this lawyer in Florida, he had a client, okay? And his client was BFFs with Jeffrey Epstein. And at one point in time, one of the women that had come forward in the Epstein case said that Epstein used to brag all the time about how he had slept with hundreds of that dude's girls because that dude that he was BFFs with ran a modeling agency. So when all this shit about Epstein came out, that dude went on the run. And when he went on the run, he got in contact with his lawyer in Florida, and that's who he was going to get to help him fight the case. And when he got arrested, he got found the same way that Epstein got found. He was hung, okay? Now, his lawyer...
You say that, I remember.
Yeah, so his lawyer in Florida that I was talking about that had the daughter, his daughter married to Adam Sandler. And here's the kicker.
Not Adam.
No, here's the kicker. It gets better. One of the girls that was one of that dude's top models, the woman he lobbied for to get her visa and bring her over here, was Ivanka. And this is all
Melania.
or Melania, not Ivanka, Melania,
Yeah.
All of
and
this
she's
is
tied in with the Kremlin.
yes. All of this, if you just Google search anything I've just told you, it will pull it out and all the names and all that shit. This is not a bullshit conspiracy. I mean, this is real things. Adam Sandler's wife, her dad is this lawyer that
I do hate
was in cahoots with Epstein and his buddies. Yeah.
That does.
But what's crazy about that, though, is when you go further down that rabbit hole, Adam Sandler was one of the dudes that was in the situation with Terry Crews and laughed at Terry Crews when he got sexually assaulted on set on a movie. And Adam Sandler didn't do anything about it and laughed at him. He was like mentioning that.
So boo Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
Boo Adam Sandler. I hate to say it.
Yeah.
Waterboy was great.
Happy Gilmore was my life, dude, until I read this shit, and I'm like,
I don't know and he's tired as fuck with fucking Rob Schneider, whose wife's divorcing him because he's being a lunatic.
Adam Sandler's about to blackball our comedy careers, guys. So you better get in this while you can, because he's gonna fucking.
Well, also, side note, so here's one that's been in the files. It's been news the whole time, but nobody ever talks about. A lot of pedos are also weird animal sex people, bestiality people, just because they're
they
deviants.
love that shit, yeah.
So those networks are tied in together. What got what's the Subway dude's name? Jared Fogle.
Yeah.
What got Jared Fogle caught was the dude that he was getting most of his CP from also made bestiality porn, and he got busted through the bestiality stuff. He was also bragging to a reporter that he was trying to hook up with, Fogle, that he could get videos of like horse stuff and yada yada, and that all of this led to the arrest. The guy that was making the bestiality and CP lived in Indiana. So did fucking Fogle. Was buddies with the dude that owned that animal sanctuary that was friends with Joe Exotic. The one in Indiana? Remember the dude from Indiana? That
you
was
could go pet the tigers and shit.
Yeah. He was tied into all this, and all of it was tied back to Epstein. This whole thing where Trump blew Bubba wasn't Bill Clinton. It was most likely a horse owned by Ghislaine Maxwell that she got from the dude in Indiana that got arrested with Jared Fogle. So when people say it's all connected, dude.
It's all connected.
All of these pedophiles, which honestly, try to make sense of it. Like, for a vast network like that to exist, there has to be a clientele of people that all know each other and all have a shitload of money. That's the only way it's going to exist.
I still think that Ghislaine was the mastermind, and Epstein worked for her.
Yeah, and her father and the Israelis, they were all tied in. I think he was doing similar shit off on the side, and then she looped him in and was like, hey, let's... Because he was just also himself a deviant.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think she was like, let's use this deviance for my plot.
Right.
Which was a giant honeypotting operation. But, yeah, dude, it's crazy how much of all that shit's connected. How much Trump was in the files. We knew about the 14-year-old girl, the Katie Johnson, that he allegedly raped and got pregnant. The new shit in the files says that she got an abortion, and he flew in to make sure that the aborted fetus was thrown into Lake Michigan. Like, he had to see it with himself, his own eyes, to know that this was never going to come back and bite him in the ass.
That's crazy.
Yeah. There's you guys need to look into the Sasha Riley tapes. There's these testimonies from like 10 years ago of this ex-Marine named Sasha Riley who was like apparently as a child sex trafficked by Jeffrey Epstein. because they leave out of the media all the boy stuff.
Yeah.
Because he wasn't a boy molester, but he trafficked in boys as well.
Right.
And the boys seen on the island were like half the age of the girls. They try to paint it like, oh, it was girls that were 16, 17, 18. They were mostly 14 and 15, and they were seeing young boys on the island that were like 8, 9 years old.
That's crazy.
And that's rarely talked about. And then I think to all this, you know how like, I don't know if you notice on Facebook, like the White House, the Department of Defense, all these government pages are posting like German-style propaganda, like defend the homeland and shit like that. And they're always trying, oh, it's not Nazi, it's Roman. And all the right-wingers have been really obsessed with the Roman Empire.
Roman salute, brother.
And the Roman salute and Roman culture, and the West is the best. What were the fucking Roman soldiers known for? They had service boys.
Yeah.
They were known for, they all were assigned a fucking young boy to fuck.
Crazy.
And I think, man, the elites really are the extension of the Roman Empire. I think they've been doing this the whole time, dude. I think they've been fucking little boys and controlling the shit. And the Roman Empire never went away, dude. It just went underground.
God, we need a kaiju to wipe this fucking world out, brother.
This place sucks.
This place sucks.
I only believe in half of what I'm talking about. But it's like, I've seen enough evidence to be like, okay, I get why all these people on 4chan lost their goddamn minds over Pizzagate and QAnon and shit.
Yeah. Makes sense.
There's enough crazy shit going on. I'm even like, prior to knowing what Pizzagate was, I was like, hey man, here's a fun fact. You know Macaulay Culkin's in a punk band called the Pizza Underground that does weird pizza-related covers of Velvet Underground songs? And now I know about Pizzagate, and I know about all... And I'm like, this is so fucking weird.
Yeah.
Dude.
Macaulay also defends Michael Jackson a lot, too.
Yeah, man. And I thought that made Michael innocent. And I'm still on the fence about Michael.
Well, the only thing...
But I do know that hurt people, and most pedophiles got molested.
I do get that aspect of it, but I do know that those pictures that got released in the Epstein files were already public photos of him at the White House.
Shit in the Epstein files
it just makes me think that maybe he knew too much.
I do think part of it was a frame job, and I wonder if all the shit that Macaulay went through, you know, when he was all strung out for years and yada, yada, yada. I wonder if that was him dealing with... Coping with everything that happened, and I wonder if he's been brought back into the fold, if he agreed to, you know what I mean?
Never know, man.
And I wonder, was the Pizza Underground him trying to tell us something? Because it's so weird.
Yeah.
And then I looked, you know, the Comet ping pong thing... Like, I was like, I thought it was a slam dunk that the dude went in there with a gun, and it turns out there was no basement and there was no secret closet. But then you find out that they own the building next door, too. Like, and it's like a storage building for them.
Right.
And it has a gigantic basement, and it's never been. And also the owner is like a weirdo. It's been like a lot of weird shit, man. And
well, you know, if there's smoke, man, if there's smoke, there's probably a fire, dude.
I didn't believe the old food is code for pedophile shit. But then you read some of these emails and you're like, now, because they're like, oh, why would anybody order 177 pizzas? And I'm like, you've clearly never been to a pizza party. You need a lot of pizza. Persons could eat half a pizza or themselves.
I could eat a whole large myself, dude. It's not that unrealistic.
But then you read stuff like, I got cheese this time instead of pasta. Do you think I'll have an easier time dominating the cheese than the pasta? And you're like, well, that's a little bit...
That's a wild way to say you're eating fucking Italian food tonight, pal.
I've also said, like, oh, I'm going to destroy this food.
Oh, yeah, I say that shit all the time,
But then you read other ones that are, like, such bizarre matchups. Like, hey, we're in between hot dogs and, fucking pizza. Which one should we get? Let's get both. Last time the pizzas got away from us. You know, weird shit. You know what I mean? There's just like a lot of weird idioms of them talking about
it is
food.
fucking odd, man.
I'm not saying I'm a full-fledged swamp-dwelling reptile that believes in conspiracy theories. I'm not saying I'm a pizza gator.
Yeah, no.
How you doing, folks?
Yeah, you're not a pizza gator.
I'm just saying I'm cutting conspiracy theorists a lot more slack because I think that a lot of that shit's true. And the reason they got it all out there was to try to get ahead of who was really doing it, which it turns out was Trump and all those guys the whole time. Sure, Clinton was probably
That's your
involved.
boy. That's your all's boy. You voted for him, man. Y'all love Trump,
you guys
dude.
loved him. I mean, let's agree. It's probably a lot of people on both sides of the aisle that were doing it.
I'm sure, yeah.
But all at the same time, it's like right now we've got a dude who is deep in it in the main seat. We got to focus on that.
Yeah.
Get him and his people out.
It's always the dude whose skin tone is stained pizza sauce on a Tupperware bowl. You know what I mean?
Damn. And I think maybe that's a sign. I normally hate like hope core spiritualist type of like talk and like those people that get on like Instagram and they're like, all right, soul brothers and soul sisters, we got to work through our chakras and yada yada yada.
Yeah.
The universe is sending you signals. But then I watched this one the other day where this chick's like, I really do think the universe is sending us signals. She's like, you know, a big one that was like, it's weird that the first two, the two like major killings by ICE were named Pretty and Good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like ICE is destroying what is pretty and good. And they had all this shit, you know, later in the video where they were talking about, and Trump looks like a cheese pizza. And if you look at the Pizzagate stuff, you know what I mean? And they were making these relations to, like, I think it's the universe telling us, like, look, the guy is the color of a pizza. You know what I mean? Maybe he's involved.
That's a lot.
It was a lot, dude. But also sometimes I'm like, maybe the universe is giving you signs, you know what I mean? You just don't speak the language it's written in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a complex network, that universe. There's a lot of atoms bouncing into each other, causing reactions we don't even know about. Dude, we couldn't even comprehend the levels of interaction and exchange going on. Who's to say it doesn't send a little signal here and there to let us know, hey, man, y'all got a pedophile running the show. Stop him. And I just think it's also crazy. This is something I was going to tell you. Isn't it wild that they said people who hate Trump, they call us Trump derangement syndrome, but it's far more deranged to still believe in that guy.
Yeah.
Like the
They're
levels
obsessed.
of delusion you have to put yourself through to still believe that he's like out to help anybody.
Yeah. It's got to be
insane.
crazy.
I don't know, man. I think he's starting to go the way of Brandon, though. You see him in public talking recently? He's sundowning, dude. He's Brandoning out.
Yeah, that's so good, dude. He's
hit-
branding it out. He give that man a pair of aviators and an ice cream cone, dude. He's done. He's cooked.
6 months from walking on stage and saying, well, I'll tell you what, Jack, and then running and walking
My
off
son,
stage
he's
and
got a
shaking the
laptop. He
hand
did
of a
crack.
flag.
Yeah,
man.
I don't know.
Where's
dude.
the Hunter laptop files? I thought they were bad. I thought we were going to get those any day. All I've seen pictures of so far, him smoking crack and banging hookers. And
Well, so what was supposed to be bad on the
Badass.
on the laptop?
oh, they were trying to say that there was pedo shit on there. But wouldn't they have come out, if they have the laptop, wouldn't they have come out with all this by now?
Yeah, I would think.
There was never any, it was just him
If he was just smoking
crack.
crack and having a good time, dude, who gives a shit?
He was
Isn't that
doing,
his right as an American?
There was regular there was like old school corruption shit where he
Yeah.
was like getting backdoor deals in Ukraine and stuff in exchange for stuff his dad was doing. But that's what all rich people do all the time.
Yeah, who gives a
If
shit?
all he's doing is drugs, hookers, and regular fraud, then
He's fine. He's just a
normal-
politician,
Yeah,
dude. Yeah, he's just a normal politician. If he wasn't doing anything weird, I don't give a fuck.
And then the interview he did with Andrew Callahan
Yeah.
kind of made me was like, man, Hunter kind of rules.
Yeah, he was kind of cool, dude.
Did you see the interview Callahan did with Nick Shirley?
Yeah.
If it's ever been made more apparent that somebody is just insanely mentally
It's
deficient.
Crazy that he's got the following he does, and that
he's
he,
so
yeah,
stupid.
he sucks.
clearly dumb
I've
as
never
fuck.
hated somebody more than
And
I
not
do
just
Shirley.
dumb, like you say, like you'll talk to. I could have a conversation with a dude like, I don't know, man, like a fucking Matt Walsh, and I'd walk away and I'd say that dude's a fucking idiot. But I don't think he's like
Not intelligent.
not intelligent.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't think he is smart by any means. I don't think he's hyper intelligent, but I think he's a normal, intelligent dude. He can read and
Yeah.
write. He can do math. That Nick
Yeah.
Shirley, I don't think he can read and write and do math.
No, I don't think he can wipe his ass correctly. He probably wipes front to back to front,
You
right
know
on
those
his
like Google
balls.
search conspiracies where they're like, why did somebody in Israel Google this person's name? Like Charlie Kirk got Googled in Israel 50,000 times the day before he died, shit like that. There was a weird one that was like Langley, Virginia was Googling Nick Shirley like a month before the video happened, like where the CIA is.
Yeah.
I do think there is something to that. Like, we know that the White House fucks with influencers. Like,
Yeah.
But Biden had influencers in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Obama had influencers in. Trump has them in. They've all got, like, their army of internet people that they fuck with that will make whatever kind of content they tell them to make. But I genuinely think that Somali shit, they did it with the Haitians eating cats.
Yeah.
They're saying the Somalis are doing fraud. I think they're really just trying to make a case for ICE to start going after African immigrants, which will allow them to just stop all black people.
Yeah.
Because they just fucking made that executive order where if you're brown in public or you're speaking a Latin language in public, that is grounds for them to stop you.
That's crazy.
That's as of right now, I don't think that's like a constitutional law, but that is like the injunction they're operating under. Now, if that extends to African immigrants, that means if you're black, ICE can now stop you. And look what they're doing to people they stop, let alone the people they get taken into custody.
Yeah.
I just think there's something going on there.
Scary.
And the Supreme Court's also openly talking about overturning the cases that legalized gay marriage, interracial marriage, and no-fault divorce in the next, like, year. They want to have that done. Like, they're being pretty wide open about it. It's part of, they're now on to Project 2026.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? They want to overturn no-fault divorce so that women can't leave their husbands, and they want to overturn interracial marriage.
It's like a real-life Handmaid's Tale, you know?
They're really hitting themselves in the foot, though, on the hypocrisy line, and I think it's going to be their undoing. Because a lot of Republicans are mad that Trump said you shouldn't carry a gun.
Yeah, the gun thing's going to get us.
That's
That's going to win everybody back. That's the common ground that's going to bring us all together is when they try to take the guns, and we're all going to say, well, we told you so.
I've been telling my left and liberal friends for years, it's fine that you want to regulate guns and solve the school shooting problem, but you should own a gun. You should learn how to shoot it. You should be safe, because the whole point of the Second Amendment isn't to protect your house, it's to protect your entire community's freedoms if the government goes crazy. And that's happening right now. I'm not saying there's a civil war coming and you need to be prepared to shoot at the government. You don't. But you should, every smart person
should own a gun.
Should own a gun and know how to use it safely, just in case. And you see all the fucking videos of liberal people being like, I've been anti-gun my whole life, but I just bought my first gun. It's like a trend going on right now. I think that's going to be a big thing that kicks them in the foot. And then when they overturn they try to overturn the interracial marriage, when they try to overturn the no-fault divorce, when they go forward with a lot of this stuff, I think the government overreach crowd, I think these injunctions because Republicans have also always been states' rights. Well, now the federal government is saying, fuck what the states are saying. We got ICE going up against the Minnesota National Guard. It's literally the feds versus the state government.
Yeah, which is crazy.
They're souring on that too. I think he's going to lose enough people where whoever runs in the next election probably going to be Vance. I don't think he's going to win if they have a fair election, if the election happens.
It depends on who the Democrats nominate.
Man, we need dude, why do I think it's going to be Mamdani?
It's either going to be Mamdani.
If he crushes it in office in New York over the last couple of years, I could see him making a run.
It'll either be Mamdani or it'll be Newsom, one of the two.
Honestly, dude, I think the smart ticket, and I'm not a wholesale Newsom guy. I like his attitude more than anything.
Yeah.
I do think the left does need a lot more balls.
I trust Newsom
more
than I do, anybody else.
More than I trust Trump.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
Does he have a lot of classic, what's the word I'm looking for, like politician sort of skeeviness? Yeah. Mm-hmm. But I think the smart ticket that would actually win over a lot of people would be him and Bashir, man.
Yeah.
I think Bashir...
I don't think Andy will do it, man.
He's talked about it,
He has.
but I think he likes.
But every time they
living
get
in
like really
Kentucky.
like on it, he goes back to I want to protect Kentucky.
Yeah, but
And
he
goddamn it rules here.
he can't run again.
Well,
in
not here
Kentucky,
where I'm
you know
at.
what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think that would be the smart ticket. I think if they really wanted to have the chance of
He
like,
really
getting
should
the
take
most
fucking
people,
Mitch McConnell's spot.
Yeah, that would be his best spot
That would be ideal.
where he's most going to be able to serve Kentucky.
for a long time, yeah.
But I do think that would be I think Newsom and a good. What's great about Andy, and there's like hardly any other dudes like that, is like he's a very blue governor in a very red state, and that's a good middle ground.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Kentucky's already sold on him. Kentucky also used to be blue before the Clinton election. You know what I mean? Used to be pretty blue. All of our governors, his dad was governor. He was a Democratic governor. Was Fletcher a Democrat or a Republican?
I can't remember.
He was a pretty well. I know across the board people liked Fletcher. I know he started the big rehab program in Kentucky.
I know the only one they ever really hated was Bevin.
Yeah,
It's the only one that ever
'cause he was
really
just
caught
stealing money the whole time.
Yeah, he sucked.
Which is what Trump's also doing.
Yeah, he
They're stealing
sucks
so
too.
much money.
They all
It's crazy.
suck. That's why I'd never vote Republican.
I think everybody should also collectively stop paying their taxes.
Yeah.
And I think there's fair constitutional grounds. I mean, taxation without representation. I don't feel represented by my politicians anymore.
No, yeah, Texas dick, dude.
Yeah, dude. And I don't feel I'm a conscientious objector to what they're doing with my money.
Yeah.
I just think we should all. People talk about a national strike. Oh, one day, dude, we all just don't go to work and don't buy anything. Everybody, get your W-4 and fucking claim max exemptions and stop paying your federal income tax. That's what'll shut things down.
Yeah.
That's what pays the military and Congress. That's what would shut things down.
Yeah.
All they're going to do if we quit going to work is let the immigrants back in.
Yeah.
I mean, legitimately.
Legit, yeah.
They have contingency plans of third world countries that they have deals with where they can just get slave labor if they need to, man. It's in the documents.
It's in the
This has
files.
been a fun conspiracy episode, man.
Yeah, dude. We've touched on a little bit of
Talking
everything,
shit.
man. From
We still got probably like 10 minutes to go to clear out that intro.
What do
we
you want
had,
to talk
but,
about, buddy?
I'm glad that it's going to be next Friday, so we still got a week, but I'm glad the snow is going to go away.
Oh, I hope, man.
It's going to be pretty cold till next week. I want to get back up to some fucking mics.
Yeah, we got to do that. We got to pound some mics, dude.
And I would love to, before we leave for the trip, I'd love to have done a bunch of mics, and I'd love to go to a show.
You want to go see some music, man?
Yeah, even just go see Mall or something.
Yeah.
Just
we
go
can
to
do
another
that.
show before we take off.
We can do that, man.
You know, the last thing we went to was Santa Mania, and then before that I saw AFI.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd
Yeah,
like
we
to
can
go
do
to
something.
Go to a bar show or something even. Coffin Cats were just supposed to be in Louisville and Lexington, but got snowed out.
I seen that.
Them and the Queers come around like
Quite a
couple times
bit,
year
yeah.
still.
Which is nice.
I'd love to catch the Queers again.
Yeah.
Get some-
I seen Napalm Death and Exodus is going to be in Louisville.
That would be sick.
That would
I'd
be
do
tough.
Napalm Death.
Yeah,
Man. I don't
I'd
know
like
a
to see
whole lot of
Exodus.
Exodus. I know that one song. What's the fucking
Toxic
big one?
Waltz.
Maybe.
That was a big
There
one.
was a big one Noah White loved back in the day.
Hell
dude.
yeah, dude. Well, that's Gary Holt from Slayer. You know, that's his band. Exodus.
Yeah.
That's like his. That's
I was
his
telling somebody
project.
the
Yeah.
other day, there's so many fucking musicians that are like almost unknown, but have been in like a shitload of big bands.
Yeah.
Like Twiggy Ramirez.
Yeah.
Or like, you know, those type of dudes
Yeah.
that are in like
John 5.
Yeah, Johnny 5, exactly, dude. Fucking been in 10 platinum selling bands.
Yeah,
but
he was
not
guitarist
super-
for fucking Kelly Clarkson.
Kelly. Yeah,
Now he's
that's a
on tour
crazy
with
one.
Motley Crue. Like,
Or
wild.
Like fucking, and it's a lot in the like punk scene and shit. Like fucking Travis Barker fucking drummed for 20 bands. Adam Carson from AFI
Yeah.
drummed for a bunch of fucking bands on tour. The dude from Under Oath toured with fucking Paramore for years. As
Yeah.
a drummer, you know what I mean? Like a lot of these dudes are. That's kind of the real career.
yeah.
Honestly, it's just constantly getting work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fuck it, if your band breaks up, you're good enough.
Fuck, I'll just jump on another one, and hit the road, dude. That is tough.
That's just like another thing I love so much about AFI is it's just they've always also been AFI. No matter what else they're doing, they got AFI. It's been the same lined up since 98 or whatever, 99.
For like 30 years now.
Yeah. It's phenomenal.
Your cats are just destroying your house, dude. Oh, never mind.
Shutting the front door or the side door, but
or your cats are breaking out, dude.
Yeah, dude. What else was we gonna talk about?
Oh, yeah, we're getting on a plane here soon going to Riyadh for the Royal Rumble, dude. The Royal Rumble's Saturday afternoon, man.
They having that in Riyadh?
Yeah.
That's crazy,
It's bought, dude. It's over with, man.
Wild.
They've
the Syrian Civil War started back up.
Yeah.
You see that? Crazy.
Yeah.
It is.
Sami Zayn is Syrian, and I'm pretty sure he's going to win the Rumble, and I hope they don't behead him in the streets.
Syrian.
You know. Because that's Aleister Black's not allowed to go over there because of his tattoos.
Damn.
And then, of course, they let all of the women go over now, but they have to wear... They have to cover everything. Yeah, they have to wear like a full-body jumpsuit when they wrestle. Yeah. Yeah,
they
which
don't
is
have to wear
crazy.
a hijab.
They do
when
they're on the street. Yeah, they do. But
I wouldn't go.
But yeah, like
I'm not selling my ass, dude.
I'm pretty sure they do. But yeah, they wrestle on T. Like if they're on T, they have to wear a full body suit, like a superhero type X-Men covers everything type suit. Yeah.
Why are we doing this?
I don't know.
Why are we bending the knee?
Yeah,
to anybody? This isn't like because I fully also think that post 9/11, a lot of Islamophobia, blah blah blah. 9/11 was also an inside job. But at the same time, we know the Saudis are like bad dudes.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. That's like the New World Order is. Have you seen, the Board of Peace? Have you seen this?
Mm-hmm.
Where, Trump's basically, Gaza's gone. Nobody cares anymore. They're going to build a resort there. And he's got all these people to sign on to this coalition. And it's no longer... You'd expect something like this to be the U.S., Canada, Europe, it's the U.S., it's fucking Saudi Arabia, it's Sudan, it's fucking Yemen, it's all these like third world countries, it's all these like Russia, it's all these like places that we shouldn't be aligned with.
Yeah.
And I don't know, man. It's just like, it's crazy. It's crazy to live through this much history.
Yeah, dude, we've been doing it for a long time now. We've been living through history, brother.
I think about like when we're old, like say that we're in our 60s and 70s and our grandkids are bringing home homework from history class.
Yeah.
And it's just like, they're going to have to dedicate an entire year to 2000 through 2020.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like so much shit happens.
Yeah.
Between 9/11, several wars, and then the pandemic in 2020. The advent of smartphones.
9/11 really kicked shit off. I tell people all the time, ain't nothing been right since 9/11 happened, dude.
I mean, culturally, I think the smartphone's kind of the one thing everybody overlooks. 2007, the smartphone came on the scene.
Yeah.
And that's been like the biggest cultural change. As far as like when you walk down the street, one thing you can notice immediately, it's not the how much cars have advanced or LED
it's
lights.
The phone, man.
It's that everybody's on a phone.
Yeah.
It's pretty like stark contrast to watch like, and that's also something you'll notice in a lot of Hollywood, in like movies that I notice that kind of stands out now is like the one thing that's unrealistic is the characters are barely on their phones.
Yeah.
You know what
also,
I mean?
what's cool now is it also makes other movies more like remember you'd be watching a movie and somebody would pull a phone out and it would do something that phones did not do at the time.
Yeah, and
now they do. So when I watch older movies not older movies, but like I watch a movie from like 07 to 09 or beforehand, or like I'll see them like FaceTime or doing something crazy. Yeah, like it holds up because now we can do that, even though we couldn't at the time. Like,
wireless internet, electric vehicles, a lot of that kind of stuff. There's just
it's crazy they're doing it on a flip phone, but
it's just very few things that like
And I told you
the
the flip
mark
phone
on-
was going to come back. I called that years ago. I
in
said,
a way, but those things suck.
yeah, but I mean though, like give it time, dude.
John
Everybody's going to be
Holmes has
fucking
a fold phone, but I don't.
John
care for him.
Folds.
John Folds, dude. Ben Folds 5. Ben Folds phone. Ben Flug 5. Anyway.
Yeah, dude, he sounds like that fucking Tourette's girl I was talking about earlier. Start doing the chicken thing, dude.
Go back to the phone. Another one that they always miss the mark on. So you see old ones. Yeah, they got FaceTime right, but they didn't get the full scope of the phones. Like they didn't get social media. They didn't get how enveloped in the phones and like video. The closest thing that got it was that Black Mirror from like 2014 that was about live streamers. That was like a good grasp on what was about to come. Hold on, one other thing. The lighting. If you watch old futuristic movies, all the lights are still incandescent. They did not, no sci-fi people got the jump on LED lights. You walk down the street, now everything used to have a giant halo of light around it because it was either neon or incandescent. Yeah. But now all street signs and lights are LED. Yeah. Like Times Square in futuristic movies from back in the day. It's got futuristic signs and shit flying, but it's still got the halos of light like an incandescent. Yeah. They did not guess we were going to have LED the way we have it.
Sometimes they get shit right. Sometimes they don't, man. Rockstar got it right on Grand Theft Auto 5. They had iPhones and Instagram, a type of Instagram. So obviously iPhones were around when Grand Theft Auto 5 come out, but it's just crazy that was something they got right because people are still playing Grand Theft Auto 5, and that's still even the poster art like in 2009 or 10 when it kind of the chick was she's taking a selfie with an iPhone. Yeah. So they knew that was going to be big in the future because it's still going. It's still,
Futurism now is bizarre because it's I feel like a lot of sci-fi writers have a hard time guessing any further than we already are.
If I had to guess in the future, assuming everything we've talked about the past hour we're wrong on, the world's not going to end. The new world, the new world order's not a thing. Everything we've talked about is wrong. I think within the next 20 to 30 years, people move away from it, and I think we get away from all of it. Social media, the phone, all that shit. I think it'll run its course like a fad, and then I think it'll get to a bare minimum type thing where I think in the future. These social media tools will be used how they should be used for, and that's just promote shit. Yeah. Like Instagram and Facebook and stuff. The ads itself and promoting shit will be more of the thing instead of posting your whole fucking life. Every time you take a shit and every time you fucking, you know what I mean? I think it will force people back to
hopefully
the class reunion, the family reunion,
and political.
Yes, people will go back to having to meet in person and do shit. I think so too.
I kind of look at social media in general as the 21st century version of the club. Yeah. You know what I mean? The disco was big for a while, faded. Yeah. And then the nightclub faded. Yeah. The only places where nightclubs are still a thing are Atlanta and Las Vegas. You know what I mean? It's not a popular thing. Social media from 2010 to now has been kind of this place where everybody flocked that was popular for a while. Yeah. But I agree with you. I think it's going to fade.
Eventually it's going to go away, man.
Also, people are, post-COVID, really into doing real-life shit again.
Yeah.
I mean, most people that I know are barely active on social media anymore anyway. Yeah. They'll post their, little updates here and there. You know what I mean? But not like we were 5-10 years ago on there all day, every day, especially right pre-COVID and during COVID. Now we're out doing shit way more. Even pre-COVID, I mean, think about we didn't go out nearly as much as we go out now.
No, we didn't.
I think having that kind of
we didn't do shit
made us appreciate.
I mean, when I was living in Florence, I didn't go to concerts and shit. That was a couple of years span where I wasn't really going. Maybe 1-2 shows a year. I wasn't doing comedy. I wasn't doing anything.
I give myself the benefit of when I got out 2018 to 2022, I was still trying to build up my life back. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I wasn't doing a lot, but at the same time, I don't know if COVID hadn't hit and made me like kind of appreciate being able to go places.
Right.
It was kind of a kick in the ass to start comedy.
Yeah.
Start going to shows more. It's all we talked about during COVID.
Now look at us.
Was man, when this is over, we're gonna go to shows all the time.
Now we're King Piss of Shit Mountain, baby.
Yeah. King Piss and Dr. Shit, man.
Hell yeah. Well, anything else you want to say before we go?
It's been a great one, man. And I love you, and I love everybody.
I love you, man. Everybody love everybody.
I love everybody, and I'll see you next
Hell
time.
yeah, man. And fuck ice, dude.
Fuck ice. This place sucks.